Mr. Macron sparked fury after reportedly stating that Northern Ireland was not part of the UK at the G7 summit in Cornwall, a move dubbed offensive by Foreign Secretary Dominique Raab. The French president insisted that he never questioned the integrity of the British territory, but it comes following a number of incidents that have raised eyebrows. Mr. Drummond told Express.co.uk that he believes Mr. Macron is determined that Brexit should cause the UK the maximum inconvenience. The former army officer said the French leader has adopted a mindset that has set back Anglo-French relations 30 years. He added, Macron may be doing this to win points at home, but given France's poor COVID-19 response, improved management of the pandemic could be a better tactic to win domestic approval. It comes following a number of incidents that many, including veteran broadcaster Mr. Neil, have said show Mr. Macron's contempt towards Brexit Britain. In April, John Kager, professor of French history at the University of Cambridge, stated Mr. Macron was consumed with jealousy at Britain's vaccination rollout. Responding to the claim on Twitter, Mr. Neil said, all of this is true regarding Macron. Unnecessary and self-defeating. We should be allies. Last week he weaponized 3 cabinet ministers to take to the airwaves to rubbish Britain. One was positively gleeful, claiming we had run out of second doses this month. Untrue. Mr. Macron also appeared to defy scientific experts and European regulators over the use of the AstraZeneca vaccine. The 43-year-old branded the life-saving jab quasi-ineffective before making a series of U-turns over its use. At the time, France had administered just over 12 million doses and had been plunged into a third lockdown, leaving Mr. Neil stranded out there. In the piece that the GB News chairman shared on Twitter, Mr. Kager described the situation across the channel as humiliating. It stated, he is seething at Britain not collapsing after Brexit, consumed with jealousy at Britain's vaccination rollout and bitter at Britain's early discovery of a vaccine, while France suffers humiliation, not least among her own media, as the only permanent member of the UN Security Council not to have invented one. GB News presenter Mr. Neil told ITV's This Morning at the time, all bars, all pubs are still closed here. France is in a very bad way. The number of cases is still rising, the number of deaths is still rising. The vaccine rollout is taking place at a snail's pace. Mr. Drummond also previously slammed Mr. Macron's utterly disgraceful decision to suspend all passenger and human-handled freight transport from the UK to France in December. He said, I think Europe has got a lot of problems at the moment and it needs to find its mojo. Macron's behavior towards the UK before Christmas, when he held us to ransom, was utterly disgraceful. France treated us like an enemy, not like an ally. That will seriously affect the UK attitude towards France until Macron is gone. Long term they remain a key partner. I think Macron has done a huge amount of damage. France appears to have finally got its vaccine act together, reaching 30 million first doses earlier this week.